And lo, I return. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Toshley, and today we'll be bringing forth another fantastical, incredible, and oh so magical Dota 2 commentary. And we'll be moving away from the Dota 2 International East and West qualifiers because they're getting a little bit outdated, in all honesty. While there are so many fantastic, incredible sets to have cast, and I actually haven't done that much commentary of the Dota 2 International qualifiers. I've only done, I think, 4 games in total. Quite disappointing, and I'd love to do more, but the metagame's constantly changing in Dota 2, and we want to move to something that's a little bit more up to date, especially with new heroes coming in. The metagame constantly changes due to there being new bans and new picks, so it's changing constantly, and we don't want to sit back in the past with this old pool of heroes and see none of the new, which is why I'm switching these commentaries to commentate joinDOTA's The Defense 2, a €10,000 online tournament sponsored by Razor and BenQ. You can check it out at the-defense.com. You can also purchase a ticket for $5 in the Steam store. I guarantee you it's well worth it. You'll have access to all of these replays, as well as commentary from an actual proper commentator who goes by the name of Toby1 Kenobi. You can also view all of the VODs over on joinDOTA.com or the-defense.com. Plenty of VODs going up there with, better commentary with a somewhat sick Toby1 Kenobi who's under the effects of Viking germs, but he's still better than me. Speaking of which, again, this is a very elementary commentary. I'm still working on my analysis, my ability to smoothly commentate team fights. Through time, I should be able to get better. I'm mostly doing this for my own enjoyment as of now because it's actually fun as hell to do this. It's incredibly, oh so incredibly fun, I have to say. Anyway, the first game that we will have for you today, we're about a week behind, by the way. We're not going to see all the new heroes, we're just going to see Chaos Knight, Gyrocopter, and Phantom Assassin, just those ones, but as we get deeper into the games, we will see those new heroes appear. So the first game coming up for you today is Complexity versus Moscow 5 M5, and we can already see those new heroes having effect on the metagame immediately with the fact that CK has been banned. Normally that ban would be someone else. It could be an Enchantress, could be Nature's Prophet, could be a Chen, could be an Invoker. There could be so many bans that are taking the place that could have been where CK is right now. So you can already see the metagame changing up. And of course, with the Complexity having first pick, M5 has banned out Lycan, and a lot of pushing heroes being banned out on both sides. And the reason for this is, well, M5 are a Russian team, and what's going on right now in the Russian metagame? Well, pushing, which makes for an absolutely fantastic, incredible, and oh so enjoyable game to not only watch, but to commentate. It's definitely a nice contrast from the Southeast Asian metagame right now. We saw in that last game that was Aeon versus Wii. It was slow. It was pretty slow. It involved lots of farming and not much pushing, and it was pretty boring to commentate, I have to say, especially that last game where they were ahead and then they decided to farm for 20 minutes, even though they were, 30 kills ahead. They just wanted to go back and farm. It was horrible to watch. Anyway, first pick coming in from Complexity is that of Nature's Prophet, with M5 getting a Sand King for their first pick and waiting for their second one. They're obviously going to go for very pushy heroes on both sides. We can see that with the Venomancer right there. And then Nature's Prophet, of course, very capable hero of pushing and pushing oh so hard with his ultimate and his treants to reinforce lanes. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain fart right there. So what exactly team composition do we want right now? M5 already have a bit of a team fight synergy going on purely because of that Sand King with his Burrow Strike and with his Epicenter, as well as Venomancer, who has some nice AoE poison abilities, which will be, it won't mean death, but it'll be an annoyance in any team fight nonetheless, because it's going to mean that after the team fight is over, they're going to continue taking damage, and they might actually die if it's a close team fight. We'll have to wait and see and how it all unfolds, of course. Complexity only having the Nature's Prophet thus far, of course, will deliver them some nice pushing potential, but who do they want to combine with that? It's a good question. I honestly have no idea. This is why I'm trying to read up on my analysis, try and predict what picks will come out and what bans will come out. So we're going to go for a Shadow Demon with a second pick, followed by Beastmaster. Shadow Demon would be absolutely fantastic for ganking. Your disruption to pretty much a 2.5 second, I want to call it, it's not quite a stun, I'd call it a pseudo stun because you can't actually damage them while they're disrupted. And it's of course useful against carries because it replicates them. And Beastmaster is a solid hero all round, really. His roar's fantastic, he has good scouting ability, and the coolest thing about him is his ability to stack the ancient camp while he's in the lane. That's freaking awesome. He'll stack the ancient camp 3-4 times, and then he'll go and farm it using his axes. Once he gets rank 2 in the boars, of course, in his summon, I can't remember the name of it, goddammit. I'm not particularly familiar with Beastmaster in all honesty. I'm not actually sure what role he plays. Is he a ganker? Is he a carry? It's something I really need to read up on, because on the past 3 games I've commentated with Beastmaster, I'm like, damn, I don't know what this hero does exactly. I've never played Beastmaster. He's one of like 5 heroes that I actually haven't played at all. Which is definitely really bad, because one should have an absolutely overflowing well of knowledge when one wishes to commentate Dota 2. But alas, I do not. Final pick coming out for the first set of 3 picks for M5, going to be that of Enigma, so they're definitely going for that team fight power right now. An Epicenter and a Black Hole, as well as a Poison Nova, is going to be pretty painful in team fight. So judging from it right now, M5 have that team fight capabilities, I have the team fight power right now, and Complexity want to probably try and match that. However, we are already in the ban phase, and I'm going to guess M5 are probably going to ban out team fight heroes that are good in the team fight. We could see Earthshaker getting banned out, we could see Queen of Pain getting banned out. I could see those 2 heroes in particular, possibly Tidehunter. Tidehunter would also be another fantastic pick.
5 seconds remaining.
We've already got the Roar, that's a one team fight thing. If they had a Scream, it'd be great. If they had an Epicenter, if they had an Echo Slam, if they had, I can't remember what it was. I already covered Queen of Pain, didn't I? I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, waiting for the next ban coming in from Complexity. As to who they want to ban, they probably want to take out, they're going to take out the hard carry, actually. That's a good idea. Anti-Mage is one of those heroes that you never want to deal with, because if he gets farm, he wins. It's as simple as that. He will just win. And it puts pressure on the team if you're playing against him, because you know that if we don't end this in 40 minutes, Anti-Mage is going to kill us horribly. And there are several really hard carries that fill in that role. Morphling's one of them. M5 could actually pick up a Morphling if they want to go for that hard carry, which they do not currently have. I'd like to comment if Complexity has one or not, but I'm not sure if Beastmaster is, if he constitutes as a carry or just a ganker. I have no idea, which is really, really bad. I think after this game, I'm gonna play a couple of matches with Beastmaster. Just, you know, pubby matches. At least get used to him, and then I'll read up about him on the wiki, on Play Dota, and so on and so forth. Get familiar with what role he plays exactly. God damn, I can't believe I... Oh well. Night Stalker going to be the 5th and final ban coming in from Complexity. Night Stalker, he's a pain in the ass to deal with. Could I imagine M5 going for that? They look like they want to go for more pushing, but then again, they don't really have much ganking power just yet. And, I'm gonna ban out that solid, absolutely solid initiator, which is that of the Brewmaster. Definitely don't want to deal with him, and they also have banned out CM, Crystal Maiden, solid support hero. And waiting for the final 2 picks coming in from each team. I think Complexity will pick up a Queen of Pain. They want to get more team fight damage, more AoE damage, because M5 have quite a bit of that, Complexity don't have that much, and here we have Complexity picking up the Queen of Pain pretty much immediately. Pretty much, I'd say you can't get better than that, honestly. Queen of Pain is exactly what they need, more AoE damage. They don't have a support yet, do they? I guess Shadow Demon can play an aggressive support role. Really not sure, but I like the amount of team cohesion they have going on. A Roar and a Scream's going to do a lot of damage. However, M5 have a little bit more with an Epicenter and a Black Hole, which is going to be, it's going to be painful. But what do they want to go for? Do they want to go for more pushing power? Do they want to go for more team fight? Or do they want some more disables? Because they've only got really 1 disable. I don't count Black Hole because it's an ultimate. You can't reliably disable with it. You can only use it once every 2 minutes or so. Burrow Strike from Sand King is the only one that they have, and it's a risky maneuver because it requires you to dive right into the action. But generally, that's what you want to do as an SK because of that glorious Epicenter dealing terrible, terrible damage. Taking away into their bonus time, well and truly, only 30 seconds remain. They're thinking long and hard about their next pick, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure as to what it's going to be. Morphling, oh yes, I forgot they don't have that carry role yet, and that's exactly the role that Morphling is going to play. Is going to be that hard carry. It's going to put pressure on Complexity, because they're going to know we can't let him farm. We cannot let him get free farm, and we cannot let this game stretch out for too long because he'll get farm over time, just naturally, assuming he's not awful, which he probably isn't because, you know, they're getting paid money to play this game because they're that good. It's probably not bad. Yeah. Not a puppy game, professional game. Waiting for the 5th and final pick there for complexity. So do they have, they don't have a carry, do they? They don't. I'm thinking an initiator of some sort would be really good. Tide Hunter, actually. I'm thinking Tide Hunter, because they've got AoE damage, but they don't really have an AoE disable. Roar is, but it's not as reliable as the Ravage, which will come in from Tide Hunter. 5th and final pick coming from Complexity, and looking at that, unless Beastmaster is a hard carry, unfortunately I don't know, but if he is a hard carry then, well, if he isn't, Complexity don't seem to have much going for them in the late game. So it seems they want to end this relatively early, probably in the mid stages of the game, try and push hard and end it there. Meanwhile, M5 have that Morphling, which they're probably going to dedicate a lot of his resources, a lot of M5's resources, to protecting that Morphling. Because once he gets farm, he's going to win. Simple as that. Exactly why they banned out that anti-mage, but they didn't think of the Morphling.
Reserve time.
Delicious. Fluids. Fantastic. My throat's already getting a bit sore. How do commentators do this? I think it's just the way that they speak. Probably, I'm certain most of them have had voice lessons so they don't damage their throat while they yell at the monitor. Which is probably exactly what I'm doing. Oh well. Windrunner going to be the 5th and final pick coming up for M5. As for lanes, I'm going to guess Queen of Pain's going to be in the middle. Nature's Prophet will no doubt be in the jungle. Beastmaster going to take the off lane, with Shadow Demon and Tide Hunter going down to the bottom. And as for M5, Enigma in the jungle, of course, that's a no-brainer. He could go in the off lane, but they do have a Windrunner, which will no doubt go in the off lane. Morphling, he could go either mid or top, actually. He's definitely going to get babysat, probably by the Venomancer. As for SK will probably be taking a solo lane somewhere. It's possible Morphling could go in the solo lane, but they want to protect him. They don't want to, because Complexity are going to know that Morphling's going to kill everything towards the later stages of the game, and they're going to want to gank him as much as possible, which is why you're going to want a babysitter to make sure that doesn't happen. However, we'll have to wait and see and find out. We're going to be jumping in the game almost immediately. Let's take a look at who's playing who. We have Floppenstuff playing the Tide Hunter, Geo playing Nature's Prophet, TC playing Quap. What the hell? Mike, I'll just call him Mike, playing Shadow Demon. And finally, Hannah Montana playing Beastmaster. Good lord. And over on M5 side, we have BenQ? No, that's the sponsor. We have SS playing Morphling, Admir, whatever, playing the Venomancer, Blood Angel playing Windrunner, VVV playing the Oh So Glorious SK, and finally we have Holy Master ×5 playing the Enigma. Let's have a look at where exactly everyone's going. Looks like Morphling's going to be making his way to the top, going solo as a matter of fact, or not going to be joined by Enigma. Enigma's going to be... Wow. Let me try that again. Enigma's going to be making his way to the jungle, of course. So we're going to have SK and Venomancer in mid, with indeed Windrunner going in the solo lane, and over in the bottom we're going to have his Shadow Demon tying up with Tide Hunter exactly as predicted. Queen of Pain's no doubt going to be going middle, with Beastmaster taking the off lane over at the top. Yes, indeed. So who we're gonna have? Oh yeah, we're just gonna have Windrunner down the bottom. We already covered that. Is she placing wards? She doesn't have any wards. I guess she's just waiting out. Wants to pick up that rune as soon as it appears, and covering the top rune as well. Where will it spawn? We'll have to wait and see. Doesn't look like no one's dedicating their resources to try and go for a really early gank. Treant denies the first rune that pops over at the bottom, regeneration rune, very nice. Was there any point to it? I mean, not really. A regeneration rune would have done nothing at this point of the game because it would have just picked it up full health instantly, and the regen rune would have worn out. But no one dedicating a particularly large amount of resources for early ganks or anything. We're just sort of going straight into the lanes. And Enigma, surprising Enigma isn't going straight for a soul ring, so getting lots of clarity potions, but someone's in a not so great situation here. Windrunner caught well out of position. Disruption's no doubt going to go down, and there it, no it's not. Okay, just going to trade a couple of right clicks here, but ultimately going to be fine. Using our Patango charge does the Windrunner, and that brings Windrunner ahead in that little right click battle right there. He's going to do the same and be ultimately a-okay. Morphling taking a couple hits here from the axes from Beastmaster, but ultimately fine. Windrunner once again pushing ahead just a bit too far, but there's no Shadow Demon on the side here in order to get off a nice disruption and cut him off. And we can already see the effect of the Venomancer and the SK over here in the middle lane. It's really denying this Queen of Pain hard, and it's going to have a bit of a problem getting lots of last hits because of that poison and as well as the large amount of right-click damage that they simply do. I'm really thinking that this Windrunner is just going to die at some point very soon. It could be now. A couple of right clicks being exchanged, but it's not enough. Shadow Demon's over here just pulling the creep camp, denying them delicious experience and gold. Venomancer is indeed getting that 1 rank in poison sting in order to just do some not so friendly right click damage to the Queen of Pain whenever it's possible. Probably the best way of doing it right now. And Beastmaster wants to be careful. Does Enigma have that stun? Enigma does indeed have that stun, but hello, what's going on over here? Disruption going down, and Gush as well, trying to Windrun out of there. Nature's Trough going to TP in to secure that first blood, which is secured by Complexity and picked up by the Shadow Demon. The second I move away, something happens. God damn it. Oh well, it's just something we're going to have to deal with. A couple of poison stacks going down on the Queen of Pain, but the Tango is going to negate that. The Poison Strike doing a little hefty amount of damage there on the Venomancer. Trading it quite evenly. Morphling pushing himself very far ahead, getting some harass down on the Beastmaster, getting plenty of last hits, plenty of farm. We're on 10 last hits already with, let's compare that. Well, relatively even actually. Nature's Prophet has quite a few last hits. And someone just picked up a double damage. Nature's Prophet has indeed picked up a double damage. He's going to use this in an attempt to gank, probably not just going to return to the jungle, as it seems. Venomancer getting a lot of damage done from that Shadow Strike. Horrible annoyance indeed. Absolutely horrible. I like the ward placement here. Gets a nice amount of vision. Very nice amount of vision, as a matter of fact. And I'm really thinking this Windrunner is going to die. But over here in the top, we have right clicks being exchanged, poison being dealt, and who's going to come out victorious in this little engagement? I think we're just both going to retreat. Venomancer's getting awfully low. One blink and a scream could finish him off, but Queen of Pain does not want to risk it. And once again, things have seemingly settled down just a little bit. As we have Glorious Glory of Dead Air. Nature's Prophet TPing in. Disruption no doubt going to follow. Gush. Curse. Windrun trying to get out of there, but the disruption prevents that from happening. Getting body blocked and dying in a short, quick, and efficient manner. And they might take this opportunity to put a bit of pressure on this bottom lane by the looks of it. They're not going to take down any towers, but they will do some damage, which is probably what they're aiming for. They may as well while someone's dead. However, Windrunner has already respawned. We have to remember very early stages of the game. Already here to defend the lane. Going to do a power shot to do a little bit of damage to those creeps and make the lane just that little bit weaker. Beastmaster making his way over to the middle lane by the looks of it. Possibly wants to assist out in a gank, or maybe just might be returning to the top lane. It seems like that is a case. Disruption and a curse going down there on the Windrunner. Popping the Windrunner, not running away at all, but is ultimately going to be A-okay. Windrunner's getting herself in a lot of not so great situations, I have to say. SK making his way back to middle where Queen of Pain and the Venomancer are still continuing to duke it out. And Morphling doesn't seem... I'm surprised more harassment isn't being dealt on Morphling. He's got an awful lot of last hits, a nice amount of denies as well. He's going to win them the game if he keeps getting all this farm. Right clicks continuing to be exchanged here. Dealing damage where damage can be dealt, and why the hell not? That Soul Ring finally being secured there by the Enigma is going to allow him to farm a hell of a lot more efficiently, since he can convert his health into mana, which is oh so incredibly useful. Exchanging right clicks once again, the Queen of Pain and the Venomancer. The Venomancer has to be careful here, because the Queen of Pain can blink, and then she can scream. And then you're just going to die horribly, but Windrunner's not in a so great situation. Shadow Demon coming in from the back. A Disruption is going to follow, maybe not. Just exchanging a couple of right clicks before retreating back away. Tainan just sort of ran from that. That was a little strange. Enigma making his way over to the middle, or possibly wants to cut off the Beastmaster. We shall see. What is he up to? Ganks should follow, hopefully. He has that stun, he has the potential to deal a lot of damage, and actually he's just warding the Ancient Camp. But it's already been stacked an awful lot by the Beastmasters, like, oh dear. But it is going to prevent any future stacks. It will also allow them to give vision for when the Beastmaster is finally taking out that camp, which could mean that they could hopefully go for a gank. Or maybe even steal the creeps. That's something I see happen an awful lot. The Venomancer has secured himself, actually he smoked himself, it wasn't an invisibility rune. Has a smoke of the sea, it's going to be going into the enemy lanes here, alongside the SK who does not have a smoke. Charge on him. A Shady Demon not in a so great situation. Venomancer revealing his position, going to run to the tower and attempt to escape. Ward blocking him off from running into the trees. Very nice tower shot going to go down, and that is a dead Venomancer. I mean, a dead Shadow Demon. Burrow Strike securing the kill right there. I love the ward placement like that. Doing it again, preventing him from running in the tree, and SK running in there just to make sure he does not get away. Lots of right-click damage being dealt. The Tidehunter is also low. Power shot going to bring him to the brink of death with a Burrow Strike securing the kill right there, and Venomancer picking that kill up.
You're down.
Rounding the score to 2-all for M5 and, of course, Complexity. You couldn't figure that out already. But it's going to be a bit of a trade. They got a nice amount of kills. Actually, not even a trade. They got 2 kills. Enigma is also just disconnected from the game. We're probably going to see a pause in a couple of moments. A lot of damage is being dealt to Complexity's top tower. That was a nice little fight that went on there. Definitely went in the favor of M5. If you didn't see, they got 2 kills. Hope you don't. I don't even know why I bothered to say that. But taking a gander over the last hits, we can see that Morphling almost 40, should I say last hits or creep slains or CS, I'm not entirely sure. But nevertheless, an awful lot of farm being had there by the Morphling. And what is he going to purchase up next? Actually doesn't have that much money in the bank. Probably a Lincoln's. Lincoln's would be a pretty good, something absolutely solid to get. And as we have some glorious dead air, just going to take a gander at what exactly everyone has. Enigma has once again reconnected to the game and will be having a resume going in a few moments. Nice army of treants coming in here from the Nature's Prophet, jungling with utmost efficiency. Maybe going to defend this, defend this bottom tower, which is getting awfully low. The wards definitely taking their toll on the armor of that tower, but they are both low on health, and a couple of hits could definitely do some serious damage. Tidehunter moving in, getting gushed there on the Venomancer, the Burrow Strike going down on the Nature's Prophet, who poured it in at some point, which I did not notice. Juking him between the trees and getting a ward to block him out. Loving this ward placement. A power shot finishing off the Nature's Prophet right there. Exchanging right clicks right here. The Tidehunter's ultimately going to escape. However, they did secure themselves a kill. And over in the top lane, we're having some damage being dealt. Queen of Pain and a Beastmaster have just fallen. And the tower will fall as well. Morphling getting... not good. Excuse me. So who exactly killed who? I think they exchanged blows or something. Why do we have to have 2 fights at the same time? Oh well. It's something you're just going to have to deal with, of course. It's actually good. More fights are better. I just wish I knew exactly what happened there. I might actually take a gander. Okay, so yeah, exchanging there. The Morphling picking up another kill. It's got a nice amount in the bank. It's getting an awful lot of farm. Absolutely uncontested farm right here. Finally, the Beastmaster returns in order to push him back just that little bit. The Morphling's not getting harassed all that much. I'm somewhat surprised we're not seeing the Queen of Pain move her way up here and attempt to cut him off. They really need to do some damage to that Morphling. Yes, he has the escapability of the Tide form as well as the ability to put his points into strength, which makes him very tanky. But you still want to deny him whenever you can. SK securing himself a double damage rune there, which means potential death for the members of the bottom lane here over on Team Complexity. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just gonna... I think he's looking to pick up a Nature's Prophet, but can he take a Nature's Prophet on his own with all those treants? He does have that double damage. Nature's Prophet has those treants, and he can just teleport out of there if things get tough. And the treants are going to spot him. It's just, just going to walk away from that little pickle there. Those teams are going to make their way over to the bottom tower. They really want to secure this bottom tower of Complexity. But maybe not. Maybe going to return over to the middle lane. And the Morphling still not getting any form of harassment at all. Got a nice amount in the bank, as I've said before. Yeah, he has... oh no. I thought that was a death, but it's actually just an assist. But they really need to put some pressure on that Morphling and stop giving him free farm. And over in the bottom lane, we have Sprout and Disruption going down there on the Windrun. A certain death for her, indeed. Once again, falling, with Complexity taking another kill against M5. See if we have right clicks being exchanged over here. Not exactly sure, but someone looks like we're going to meet up here. Maybe not. Maybe just going to back off. Probably a wise move. Venomancer is not the strongest of hero, but Plague Wall taking down the Hawk right there. I somewhat feel I need to take voice lessons, as a matter of fact, because it's only been, 10 minutes and my throat's actually really sore. I'm gonna have to start drinking a lot of water soon, which of course is going to be not quite beneficial because I can't talk while drinking water. Still trying to sack this camp. Little does he know that there's that ward preventing the camp from spawning. He may as well, hell, I'm just gonna take it down, throw my axes and so on and so forth. Queen of Pain bottling herself a regeneration rune. Enigma checking out this ancient camp, actually just going to the secret shop, or not exactly sure what he's doing, just making his way over back to the top lane. I notice I'm keeping a much better eye on the minimap. I think it's because I'm playing Invoker. I've been playing Invoker a lot lately, and it pretty much means looking at the minimap all the time in case someone gets low in health and starts running away. Then you can pick them off with Sunstrike. It's the best feeling in the world. Morphling and Enigma looks like they're going to be pushing their way through this bottom lane. Enigma's probably thinking to himself, do I deny the creep camp hit? I mean, do I take some ancient kills and possibly get a Beastmaster, or do I push the lane? It looks like he's ultimately going to decide to push the lane. Maybe not, maybe it looks like him and Morphling going to back off, take this ancient camp, or possibly kill a Beastmaster. However, he's going to be reinforced by the Queen of Pain, sending the board in ahead to scout. It's very smart. And Venomancer is actually just going to place down a whole heap of Plague Wards and then take down this camp. Or at least get a couple of kills, which is a pretty good idea. The boar is going to scout out the Morphling and the Enigma, lurking it out by Complexity's secret shop. In the meanwhile, SK getting in a not so great situation, going invisible, but it's not enough with the screen coming in and taking him down. What's that? What's the name of that ability? Good lord. Sandstorm. Logical, I have to say. Morphling still continuing to get absolutely free farm right here. 76 creep lanes. That's a lot. Like, that's an awful lot. He also has a lot in the bank. They need to put pressure on that Morphling. They absolutely need to put pressure on that Morphling. Queen of Pain getting in a not so great situation. They can easily blink out. A black hole going down there, but does not secure her. Ooh, that would have been painful to miss. And now that means no black hole for another 200 seconds. That's a long time to wait. That's a really long time to wait. It means they're going to be not so effective as a team fight as they possibly could be. So Enigma going to return to farming with Complexity putting a lot of pressure there on M5's bottom tower and probably going to take it down. Just a couple more right clicks will do it. I'm going to have engagement here over by the ancient camp, possibly. Beastmaster's not that unwise though. Going to do a roar, get a roar on the Venomancer with Screen blinking in. Queen blinking in, popping off her ultimate and taking a kill there on the Venomancer. Nicely done right there with Enigma now on the run. Nature's Prophet porting in. Tidehunter's going to attempt to portal out of there. He does not. Enigma, I'm sorry. He's going to attempt to portal out of there, which he does not successfully do. With the Queen of Pain picking up another kill there from M5. Putting the score to 8-5. We take a look at the gold. We can see there's a somewhat advantage, actually a considerable, well, slight advantage in favor of M5. And XP is exactly the same. And the reason for this, despite the fact that Complexity have more kills, it's that Morphling. Morphling has 86 last hits, and it looks like he is indeed, with picking out that Perseverance, is indeed going to go for a Lincoln Sphere. Pretty sure that builds into a Lincoln Sphere. It builds into a lot of things, but which one of these would you pick as a Morphling? The Lincoln Sphere, without a shadow of a doubt. The Morphling's getting free farm. He hasn't died once, he's got so many last hits. He's not getting any pressure at all. He's free farming. He's been free farming the entire game. As to why Complexity is allowing him to do this, I have no idea. It's such a bad idea because he's going to get fed and he's going to slap things around. He's going to hurt a lot. A hell of a lot, as a matter of fact. And while they can shut him down in the early games with the disruption and the various disables that they have, once it gets to BKB, absolutely not. It seems M5 is going to be taking down Roshan, or at least attempting to. Enigma taking an awful lot of hits and getting chain stunned right there. Has to run out of there as fast as possible, but all the wards as well as the conversions are going to be soaking up the damage coming in from Roshan. Power shot going in, damage being dealt, T to be drawn. And Shadow Demon using his poison in order to scout out. They know that they're attempting to do Roshan and they're running in at full force, porting in there by the Prophet with Sprout going down there on the Venomancer. A couple more right clicks with the curse and he is oh so dead.
Welcome to the abyssal pain.
Enigma better be careful if he doesn't want to also die. The Poison Nova is going to do actually quite a bit of damage. There's not going to be any worry. Enigma's going to try and portal out. He's going to make it to the tide. Oh, the Ravage goes down in order to secure that kill. Was it worth it?
He abandoned this plane
Was it
faster
worth
than
it?
Kunkka abandoned his fleet.
Not entirely sure if it was really worth popping a Ravage off to get that kill. Doesn't Tidehunter have another stun of some sort?
Radiant's top
Gosh,
tower
that's
is
just
under
a
attack.
slow. Oh, Bow Strike going down there on the Tidehunter. Windrunner going to follow it up with a nice bit of right-click damage. Shackle going down, getting lashed to a tree. Nature's Prophet porting in an attempt to help out and try and save the day with Sandstorm. SK going into his Sandstorm. Another Bow Strike going down there on the Tidehunter, getting awfully low. Gush following it up there on the SK, and they're not going to secure the kill with Nature's Prophet porting in there to help out. But they really want that kill. Shackle to the tree once again. SK doing some right-click damage as well as the Windrunner. Another Burrow Strike going in, and a Power Shot will finish him off. But they might die as a result. Caught in the trees, but uses that Tango to escape with the Justice Appearance going down on the Sand King. No escape there from the Sandstorm, and he dies. Bit of a trade there. Was it really worth it? I have no clue. I can't really weigh down on that situation, and almost getting caught out again, but those Tangos saving Windrunner's life time and time again, and in the meantime, M5 are going to push this middle tower and most certainly take it down. I doubt there's much that they can do. Queen of Pain's getting in position, going to put off a Scream, getting a nice little Scream, and Blink and a Scream as well, and Morphling's oh so low, morphing his to strength, Tide forming away before he gets killed, but there is a Nature's Prophet teleporting in. Morphling going to try to teleport back to base, as is the Venomancer. Venomancer does not get away, but the Morphling does. They at least secure a kill, but pity it isn't on the Morphling, who has so much farm, almost has that Lincoln Sphere as a matter of fact. I must apologize for any sudden pauses because tea, throat, sore, must, wet, and keep hydrated, and so forth. And it looks like we want to go for Roshan once again, or at least TC want to go for Roshan, or maybe they're just checking. Just saying hi to each other, the Queen of Pain and the SK do, like hi, oh hi, and then they part ways, joining Windrunner over in the bottom lane, and probably going to at least try and do a little bit of pressure, deliver a little bit of pressure to this lane. That Morphling better not still be free farming. He's still free farming. Morphling getting some more glorious and also delicious free farm over in the middle lane while Enigma gets disconnected from the game for a second time. Pause coming in. We can see Morphling almost has that Lincoln Sphere. I think he just has to buy the recipe now. Let me just check. Yeah, just has to get that recipe. 300 more gold and he will have it. And I'm just going to take a look at everyone's items, see if anyone has anything of significance. I think he's building into a Hood of Defiance and possibly a pipe. Yeah, that builds into a Hood of Defiance, which in turn builds into a pipe. I should know these things off by heart, shouldn't I? Yeah. Building a sheep stick there for the Queen of Pain, going to be incredibly useful. SK has the Blink Dagger, which is pretty much all he wants, alongside those mana boots, with Windrunner having a mech. Fantastic. And also we have a Venomancer. Looks like he is also building up to a mech, maybe, or a pipe. But I'm thinking a mech because he doesn't have that Hood of Defiance. Plus Tidehunter's getting a mech. Actually, Tidehunter's on the other team. Tidehunter's getting a pipe, rather. Yeah, excuse me. And of course, as we've covered before, Morphling almost having that glorious Lincoln Sphere. I wish I could move this pause screen. So we can see the gold is still considerably in favor for the die, but the XP is moving in the way of complexity. Complexity having significantly more kills. However, M5 have more farm. So much more farm, as a matter of fact. SS over here playing the Morphling has had uncontested farm the entire game. No one's putting pressure on him. Even in these later stages of the game, he's still getting so much farm. 114 last hits. Also, Enigma has indeed reconnected to the game, and we should be jumping in with a resume momentarily. I hope. I think they're just... I actually don't know what they're doing. Just sort of waiting, it seems. Come on, Enigma's here. We can resume. We can resume, can't we? Maybe they're discussing strategies in the pause time. That's why they haven't resumed immediately. Or maybe they need clearance or something. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to wait and see. And I hope it happens soon, because there's not actually all that much to talk about. Unfortunately. Aside from my very sore throat. And no pause has come in yet, as you can quite clearly see. For some strange reason. Because Enigma maybe he's getting some lag issues. Maybe his net isn't being all that stable. Maybe they're having problems with whatever voice over IP client they use. Probably Skype. I think Skype's the official, what they have to use with joinDOTA actually isn't, it has to be monitored. Make sure no one's cheating and so on and so forth. Oh, throat. Why do you betray me, sir? I need to get voice lessons or something. It's rather horrible, I have to admit. And we're still not having a single resume in for whatever reason. Everyone's in the game, right? We're all connected. Let's check the chat. Okay, here we go. Finally going to be unpausing. Going is going to be taking place. Hold up, hold up. Every second being wasted down, the Queen of Pain who blinks out in a quick, short, and efficient manner. You're going to be porting in here to do some pressure, put some pressure over on this top tower. Top tower of M5, that is. Venomancer just placing a couple of plague wards around the place, getting some vision. May as well. It's not like it costs much mana. Vision with a little cost, as a matter of fact.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So it looks like we're going to have a bit of a trade here. Complexity are going to take M5's top tower, but M5 are pushing this bottom lane at a relative pace, as well as the middle lane. So a bit of a split push going on here. Venomancer got well out of position, and Morphling going into a not so great position either, but he has that replica which he can easily teleport to and escape to safety. That's Enigma. There's Morphling. And they're going to unify over at the bottom lane, it seems. Push this tower, however, we do have the Tidehunter putting in. That Tidehunter is... look at him. He is swagged out as hell. He has that squid, he has that shark head. He is looking fantastic. As fantastic as a creepy sea monster can be. Hunter could possibly walk in a not so great situation, but they have, alas, retreated. It seems Complexity going to be unifying somewhere in the middle lane. Actually, smoke gate going on as they head over to Roshan, porting out of there before any damage can be dealt. Very lucky escape there by the SK, who's over by the safety of the tower, actually. And it looks like Complexity want to push this middle lane. I think they're at the stage where they're happy. They've got pretty much as much power as they want. Have that Hood of Defiance for extra tankability there on the Tidehunter. Still haven't got the Sheep Stick. Aghanim's down there for the Nature's Prophet. So they are going to take this tower. Is there much that M5 can do about it? Looks like they're going to come in from all sides. Powerful going down there to weaken the creep wave and do a little bit of damage to the heroes. It looks like they're going to lose this tower with not that much resistance. Fortification going down. A couple of hits being dealt there on the Windrunner, but it's not enough to really kill anyone. A Black Hole would be actually pretty fantastic right now, especially combined with an Epicenter. I think they're just waiting for the right moment. I want PGG. A Black Hole right now would be fantastic. Combine that with an Epicenter and it would be an absolute death. But we're going to retreat. They've done the damage that they need to do. They've pushed all the way to the tower, and they don't want to push too far ahead because they know a Black Hole will absolutely devastate them. And they know that they don't have quite as much teamfight. Actually, teamfight potential is fairly even. M5 is a more heavy teamfight power. Complexity is more reliable teamfight power, in my opinion. But they've taken down the tower. That's all they need to do. They're just going to back off. They're going to go back to farming. Morphling probably farming the ancient camp by the looks of it. Has that Lincoln Sphere as well as 1300 in the bank. And it looks like we're actually going to do Roshan as a matter of fact. However, Complexity have got this area warded. They are going to know about it, and they're already there. Invisibility going down there for the Shadow Demon. A replicate of the Enigma. Possibly means Morphling might want to do some scouting or something, or maybe they're just going to back off. I'm not going to try and attempt Roshan because, one, Complexity, no. They even have a sentry ward here, so if they try and sneak in there with smoke, they're going to know. And it's going to mean very bad things. It'll be especially bad because, one, they don't have it, actually they do have it warded. I'm surprised. Does that sentry ward have vision of that? I'm not entirely sure. I think they know that they're at the ancient camp, and this could mean very bad things for the next person to get caught out of position. They can probably hear it. Bad things are about to happen. This, I guarantee you. Someone's going to die. Horrible, horrible death, or maybe not. We're going to very wisely back off as Complexity make their way to the bottom lane and are now unifying here to push this lane as hard as possible. Try and hopefully take down a tower. Morphling once again getting free uncontested farm in the middle with Enigma split pushing, solo pushing this top lane. Getting awfully close to their tower as well. Definitely want to come back and reinforce, which is probably what they're going to do. They definitely don't want to trade a tier 2 tower for their tier 3 tower. But maybe they can take the tower down fast enough in order to just run and TP back. This tower's taking actually not that much damage, so I don't think they have all that much to worry about. They are going to secure the tier 2 tower and then back off. They've done the damage that they need to do. SK getting caught in a not so great situation, but it is going to blink away with the use of that sandstorm rather. And everyone sort of split off, but not so great situation. Hex going down now, the Pain on the Windrunner, sorry, and pretty much died really fast.
Was the sound of your
There wasn't much that could be done about that. Hex going down after he was doing kill, couldn't even pop off a Windrunner in an attempt to escape. M5's team seem to be all sort of scattered around the place. We have Morphling, who's not picking up the double damage rune for some reason. I guess he wants to give it to ESK, since ESK does have a bottle that is currently empty. But the Queen of Pain is going to pick it up, blinking in there. Oh, Morphling picks it up in just the right second. Burrow Strike followed by the Epicenter to kill that Queen of Pain in a quick and efficient manner. It was probably worth using the Epicenter on there, maybe, because the Queen of Pain can easily blink out of danger. And it seems we're once again going to go to the middle lane and try and push at least as much as possible. And M5 are going to respond. They're going to teleport their members over to the middle lane. SK in a not so great situation. Dusted with the axes clearing out the trees. Tried to do that, but the Shadow Poison scouted him out. And yeah, once again pushing this middle lane. Wants to try and take down the tower, possibly a barracks. Because M5 they're gonna sort of win in the later stages of the game because of that Morphling, because of how much farm he has. Is he still getting free uncontested farm? No, he's trying to get in position. I think we're waiting for a nice, fantastic black hole combined with an epicenter to come in, and the SK is buying back into the game so he can use that epicenter if they engage a bit too heavily. And I think Complexity were just wanting to force a buyback in this situation because they're just backing off. They're thinking, well, either SK buys back and you know, we take a victory because he had to spend money and we'll just back off, or hang on, Sprout being caught there by the Windrunner and looks like he's going to fall again, using up a Tango to try and escape, but the Roar goes down as well as a Curse. A lot of damage being dealt with. Mech trying to heal him back up, a nice Shackle, but it does not latch, and Windrunner dies for the millionth time. Oh, it must be pretty bad to be Windrunner actually right now. 6 deaths. Yeah, painful indeed. And they're once again going to be pushing this middle lane. Nice little wall of wards here. Is it going to be enough? Most likely not. They're probably not going to push themselves in there because they know the amount of damage a big black hole followed by an epicenter can do. At the same time, they want to try and do as much damage as possible. If they can just kill off that Enigma, then victory. I think that's a real Enigma, but it is not. It is a replicant. Tied Under is going to pay as a result. A nice little Ravage going down with a Scream doing a massive amount of damage. Morphling not so great. Epicenter followed with a Burrow Strike coming in and a Sandstorm in order to run away. Poison Over going down. Lots of damage being dealt. A couple more right clicks there, and the Venomancer will take him down. A right click coming in there. Venomancer also low. Scream going to finish him off with a Power Shot, taking the Shadow Demon. A second too late in order to save his life. Queen of Pain's going to blink out of there. And not the best engagement from Complexity. Actually, did anyone buy back? It seems they came back ahead. Anyone buy back? Let's take a look. Buy back. Because they came out so far ahead in that engagement. I just need to check. Yeah, no one actually bought back for M5, so it was a 2-for-4 situation. Wait a second. I swear someone bought back. I think I'm just crazy. Or just a bad commentator. Who knows? And Queen of Pain doing an awful lot of pushing. Actually, not pushing. Is actually just clearing out this bottom lane. Windrunner's just gonna, hang around in their jungle, get a bit of farm. It seems both teams are just gonna back off here. Morphling still once again getting completely and utterly uncontested farm. And picked himself up a Yasha. What is he going to be working towards next? I think a BKB would without a doubt be a good move. Seems we're going to do Roshan actually. M5. Roshan actually hasn't died once, but do they know about this? They do indeed, and they are not going to let it happen. They want to get out of there as fast as possible unless they want to get caught out. Raw going down there on the Windrunner, but a nice Shackle. A brilliant Shackle, in fact, being shackled before. One more right click and a Gush finishing off the kill once again. Queen of Pain blinking away and a Black Hole just barely missing, and Enigma around running for his life, trying to get away from the Beastmaster and Tidehunter combination, with right clicking down with him to help with the negative rune charge going on in there. It is going to secure that kill. Curse going down there on the Morphling. He is going to Tide Form away in an attempt to escape. Shackle going down, but it does not latch, with the Venomous Gale slowing down the creep wave, and in another attempt to just help that Morphling out, make sure he doesn't escape. Negative rune charge, as well as a Hex going down, and Sprout too, but he uses that Tango in order to beat through the trees. He's going to get a power shot down, do a little bit of damage to the creep wave. Shackle gets shackled to a tree, but a disruption comes down in order to prevent that potential death, followed by a quick blink. Once again, Roshan has not been successful in trying Roshan, and I think Complexity might take this opportunity to take Roshan, or maybe not. Yeah, seems not. Seems I was completely wrong. Oh well.
Regeneration. I must away.
Did he just... Oh, okay. To help out with the jungling. I don't think he really needs it for, you know, the weak neutral camp, but, more power to you, I guess. You can be anything you want, Shadow Demon. Anything at all. I will not judge you. Not at all. Nature's Prophet going to be pushing this top lane there, with Enigma saying, no, I don't want any of that happening. Going to making his way over there in order to do a bit of counter pushing. And it looks like we're going to have a Windrunner. Windrunner? We're going to have a Queen of Pain and a Tidehunter possibly push this middle lane, or maybe just a Tidehunter and Windrunner might be making her way over to reinforce Nature's Prophet over here. Possibly not. We're not really doing any solid strats right now. I think we're all just sitting back, we're all just relaxing and rejuvenating for the next few moments. Nature's Prophet securing himself a oh so tasty and delicious Maelstrom, which is going to give him so much pushing power. He's just going to be teleporting all over the place and pushing lanes back. Ooh. Queen of Pain wants to try and get in position, but it's caught out by the conversions there of Enigma. Potential gank could have happened there. You can see Tidehunter and Beastmaster rushing in, but alas... Oh wait, they're part of the same team. Never mind. That was a little silly. Has Morphling actually died at all? Yeah, Morphling has no deaths. Over 200 creep slain. He has a lot of farm. He has a Manta style, and probably going to get a BKB next. Yeah, of course. That's what Yasha builds into, a Manta style. God damn my brain. More research is needed without a shadow of a doubt. Then Manta just going to be farming this ancient camp, farming it hard, but oh no wait, that's same team once again. No worries need to be had, and Nature's Prophet is just going to push these lanes as hard as possibly can. With that Maelstrom, it's going to mean that with the Maelstrom, he's going to be able to push in an absolute quick and efficient manner, and probably build that Maelstrom into a Mjolnir, I believe it's pronounced. I want to say Majolna, but it's just wrong. Venoman's getting caught out. The entire team is there to kill him. How much of an unfortunate situation do you have to be in right there? Going to get a bit of free farm there on the Plague Wall. But good lord, everyone was there. I'm going to take this opportunity to take down Roshan. Do they have a ward? They do not, but they probably suspect such a thing will happen. Nevertheless, even if they did know, they probably wouldn't be able to get here in time in order to prevent this. So much damage being dealt with a medallion to reduce his armor to 3. Or was that -3? I'm not sure. Nevertheless, Roshan's going to fall in a very rapid manner. Queen of Pain probably going to be picking up the Aegis, yes indeed. And almost has herself a BKB as a matter of fact, which is just going to be not so great. You go over to this bottom tower, they are going to deny. I hope, yes indeed, they will. And M5's sort of been forced to split up here, as they don't want to die horrible, horrible deaths. And once Queen of Pain gets that BKB, it's going to be fairly troublesome to shut her down, because all of a sudden you can't shut her down with the exception of the Black Hole. I think that's the only skill they have that goes through the BKB. Morphling's still getting uncontested farm over here in the top lane, using the Treants actually as some nice, delicious gold sacks, as it were. Whatever. It seems Complexity are finally going to do something about this Morphling, going to be pushing this top lane. I hope they're going to do something about this Morphling, however, M5 are here to reinforce. It seems we're just going to we're not sure, neither person wants to engage. God, I love that Tidehunter and all of his swag. He is absolutely swagged out. Now it seems we're just going to take down the Ancient Camp, or at least Beastmaster is going to take down the Ancient Camp. Maybe Tidehunter will join him. I think we're, at this moment, just sitting back, getting a nice amount of farm, building up some delicious items. Queen of Pain, once again, has finally secured herself that BKB. And, what's his face? Tidehunter, the man of swag, has picked himself up a pipe. As I should have mentioned several times earlier, since the pipe has been used a lot. Oh well. Taking a look at the golden XP graphs, considerable advantage there for the Radiant, with golds finally tipping in favor of the Radiant. It looks like Morphling farm was not enough, so complexity looking incredibly strong right now, not only with items, but in terms of just kills and farms, as well as map control. A nice amount of map control. I hope Morphling's not getting free farm. Getting free farm in the bottom lane, as well as pushing to boot. Looks like SK might possibly join him, maybe not, and just going to continue farming the neutral camp.
Dominating.
And someone just died a horrible, horrible death. Yes, indeed. A nice little gank went down there on the Enigma, the Queen of Pain, and the Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, I missed it. Not looking at the minimap enough, it seems. It seems everyone's just sitting back and farming. Complexity making their way over into M5's jungle, just again farming, but it puts them in a good position for whenever they see someone get a little bit out of position, such as this Windrunner. And it looks like they're going to take the top tower of M5's. With Nature's Prophet getting a BKB? Did you just buy a BKB?
Tower is under attack.
Nature's Prophet. Well, I actually don't understand that move at all. A BKB on a Nature's Prophet, is that standard? I don't think I've ever seen that before. It seems odd because the Nature's Prophet doesn't seem like the type of person that's
top tower has fallen.
going to get shut down, because he doesn't have all that many abilities. He has a Treant, which has a relatively long cooldown, and a Sprout, which isn't that effective at this stage of the game because most people have Tangos. Morphling getting oh so daring, wants to pick up the kill down on the Nature's Prophet. He's going to run back to the fountain. Morphling used his Replicate, I believe, in order to teleport out of harm's way. And back, and back close to his base.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not sure what exactly Complexity are doing. I think they're using Queen of Pain in an attempt to maybe possibly bait. Does anyone have smoke? Maybe we want to go for a smoke gank. Doesn't seem like it actually. Everyone's, but Nature's Prophet porting in, trying to trap himself in, but a Sprout and the Hex going to prevent that TP, and Venomancer's going to die in quick, short, and efficient manner. No escape for him. And SK better be careful. He does definitely not in a particularly great situation to be in right now. M5 going to be pushing this middle lane, but are they aware of this? I'm pretty sure they do. Look at the ward. There's a sentry ward over here, so they are indeed going to know that there are several members of Complexity just sort of hanging out by the ancient camp. I think they're not. M5 aren't really, they're not doing anything right now, actually. They're pushing the middle lane, that's what they're doing. Middle tower is going to fall. Queen of Pain coming in to try and reinforce and possibly push them off just a little bit, but if she gets caught out, she's going to die very fast. The Queen of Pain is a daring individual, going to blink in, followed by the Poison Strike, Scream. Hex going down there on the Enigma with a Scream going down, ulti going down, BKB being popped and dying very quickly. A bit of a waste of a BKB there, considering she died a short moment after. We're going to come back with that Aegis of Immortality. Windrunner's going to try to escape. It's going to happen. I don't think so. Scream, Poison, Shackle doesn't latch. Followed by the Sprout, tries to eat her way through, but that's not enough, and Windrunner dies once again. And they might try and pick up this Enigma, and looks like they will. Queen of Pain's going to come up the river here by the looks of it. Yes, indeed. And this Enigma's going to die as well. He has that black hole. Is he going to get a chance to use it? It's not going to be a very worthwhile black hole. Damage being dealt, teleporting in, but the Morphling is here to try and save the day, or at least do some damage. Trying to teleport out does not succeed. The Queen of Pain blinks away before any damage can be dealt to her. Where's that Morphling go? Oh, he teleported back. He has 4.7k in the bank. That's a lot. What's he going to get next? I don't know. I'm thinking a BK... did he buy something? No. Tower, something just died. They just Prophet buying back in the game to continue on with the pushing. As they push, this middle tower is getting awfully low on health. Actually, it's only just halfway, but the damage is being dealt. Fortification going down in order to prevent it for a little bit longer. Not only they had that Enigma, but Cole Complexity securing the opportunity due to the fact that the Enigma's down, no black hole. Waveform going down there, BKB being popped off, but the Roar is pretty much going to waste it. Mech Pipe going down, nice M7 to clear off the creep wave. Queen blinking out of harm's way, a lot of damage being dealt to the Venomancer. And a nice black hole actually, finally getting a black hole by the Enigma. but it's not going to do all that much. Enigma's going to die as a result. Nice Ravage taking down that Enigma and making it a little bit difficult for the team to do a little bit more damage. Disruption going down there, as well as a curse on the SK. They really want to take down the kill on the Native Prophet. Blink Strike just Bubble Strike is barely missing, and Shepard's even getting shackled to the tree here. Lots of damage being dealt. Tries 4 staff away, but he is going to die, and the Titan looks like he's going to fall as well. And once again, we're in a situation where everyone except Queen of Pain died. Did anyone buy back? I know, yeah, Nature's Prophet bought back. Oh, what? That was a while ago. That wasn't for this fight. He bought back and then continued to push them with the middle tower. So I'm going to guess M5 are going to capitalize on this opportunity and probably push a lane, possibly take down a tower. They'll either force buybacks or actually take down a tower and possibly a barracks, which is without a doubt beneficial. Actually, no, that Roshan's not up. And scouting ahead there, oh no, I think it's just clearing the way. I'm really surprised they're not attempting to do more damage to the towers, because with most of the team dead, they can't really defend. So if they had the whole team there, they could easily take down a tower and a barracks, but it seems like a really odd choice, to be entirely honest. I'm really not sure why they're not capitalizing on that opportunity. Genuinely have no clue at all. It seems like a strange choice. They're just going to sit back and farm. But the thing is, Complexity already have so much farm, so a bit of free farming time is not going to be enough. They need to try and end the game. Complexity is just a bit too strong, really. And they're going to go for another very big, heavy, hefty push over in the middle lane. Try and take down that tower. Did they take down the tower? They did take down the tower. They wanted to secure that melee barracks. And this is going to be a dangerous push to deal with, especially considering the fact that M5 are all over the place. They aren't centralized at all. They're split pushing right now. And here they are teleporting back in rapid succession. That barracks is going to fall. Absolutely no doubt at all. Hex going down there on the Enigma, followed by the ulti. And dies in a quick short manner. A couple of bit of damage being dealt from the Venomancer. BKB being popped up there by the Queen of Pain. Dodging the power shot and are going to teleport back. They've taken down the barracks and they've done damage and they've taken no losses. So they may as well quit while they're ahead, which is really good. It looks like they want to push on the way to
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
May have been the worst possible time to teleport here. Trying to get the spread down. It's not enough. Hex going down. No TPs for you, and the Morphling falls in a quick manner. And it's definitely the person who they want to kill. Forcing a buyback there. Absolutely good kill there on the Morphling, because it means he's out of the game. Or he buys back, which means he has less gold, which means less farm. He also has a BKB, which he did indeed pick up. And the Magic Shroud, I believe it's called, really difficult. Well, that was wrong. There's all the Shiver's Guard. Nice hiding choices. Vlad's coming in from the Windrunner.
Invisibility.
Looks like we're not going to go for that Mjolnir. A Maelstrom is enough, actually. Mjolnir's is just a bit too much. A Necronomicon there for Tidehunter for that extra pushing power. Are we working our way towards a Daedalus? This builds to a Daedalus. Yes, it does, indeed. The Queen of Pain working her way towards a Daedalus. Smoke of Deceit being actually invisibility being popped off for the Sand King. See if we can catch anyone out. However, Windrunner does have that Gem of True Sight. But SK can't really do any... Actually, Windrunner's on the same team as the SK. So, nothing really to worry about. Someone here had a Gem of True Sight. Yeah, that's right. Beastmaster has a Gem of True Sight as well as that level 2 Necronomicon. Do some more pushing power. Everyone's sort of... Once again, we're just sort of sitting back, getting a bit of farm. Looks like they want to try and go for a smoke gank. But there's... Oh... Actually, looks like they want to make their way to mid. Maybe Roshan, actually. Roshan is up again, and looks like that's indeed what they are going to do. Maybe not. They put a Plague Ward down there to make sure they aren't doing Roshan, which they indeed are not. Hex going down there on the SK. Lots of damage being dealt. Raw going down, axes, and he dies rapidly.
Your elements return to nature.
And looks like they're going to return to pushing this middle lane. They've taken down one member, which is the SK that can do a lot of AoE damage. Are they going to try and take down another barracks, or are they going to do Roshan? Looks like they're going to do Roshan, because why not? They're not really in any position to stop them. If they don't defend, then they're probably going to lose something. Medallion going down there to make the Roshan lower his armor, make him take an awful lot of damage. He's going to die in quick, short, and efficient manner, without a shadow of a doubt. But M5 M5 are onto this. They know that they're doing Roshan. Powerful going in there just to double check, and they find out, yes, indeed. They actually almost took the kill there. That could have been pretty spectacular. Replicant Morphling. Replicant Enigma, rather. And who picked up their Aegis? I'm going to guess Queen of Pain did once again. Yes, indeed. Queen of Pain securing herself their Aegis of Immortality.
Come to me.
And, Nature's Prophet going to solo push this top lane. However, Enigma's not really in a particularly great situation, actually, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure what he's doing there as well. I love the ferret courier with the balloons. It is downright adorable. Courier, maybe not. Gonna try and do some damage there, but a BKB going down, followed by the teleports to secure that escape. Could have used the black hole there to kill him. Would have been worth it. Honestly, yes, because Nature's Prophet is doing a lot of pushing. It's an annoyance to deal with. Using that black hole would have meant that he would be down for the next few moments, or at least he would have bought back. Chances are he would have bought back. Has a lot of money. Venomance continuing to take down this ancient camp. It's been doing it continuously in the game, however, might be caught out by someone of Team Complexity who are nearby and just lurking about. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Invisibility.
I'm going to pick up an invisibility rune. Where did that guy go? It looks like M5 are going to be want to push this bottom lane. You can see the Nature's Prophet ulti doing quite a bit of damage. Nature's Prophet is just a pushing machine, an absolute pushing machine. You just pop that ultimate every 50 seconds and it pushes the lane back. You don't even have to do anything. It's quite fantastic. We're going to take the... Going to take down this ancient camp. Venoman's doing the exact same thing, placing ward down. I have a vision though. Oh, that's M5 Sentry Ward. So I'm surprised no one's pushing. We're just, once again, just sitting back. We're farming. We're building up items. Looks like Queen of Pain. What's that built in? An Assault Curious. Yeah, that sounds like a relatively good item. More tankability as well as more attack damage. Going more for right-click damage, which is somewhat curious considering Queen of Pain's more about the Scream, more about her ulti, less about right-click damage. But with the Daedalus and with that Assault Curious, she's going to be an absolute right-clicking machine. I'm guessing it's because of... someone has a pipe, don't they? Someone has a pipe. Yes, indeed. Venomancer has that pipe, which means less spell damage, which of course is reason to switch to right-click damage, because a lot of that Scream, a lot of that ulti is going to get absorbed. So it seems like a good thing, actually. Morphling looks like he's working away to Eye of Skadi? Oh no, Butterfly. Or possibly an Ethereal Blade. We'll have to wait and see. Both are good picks. Probably an Ethereal Blade for that extra burst damage, especially considering the fact that my brain just farted. Especially considering the fact that they have a pipe, which means they're going to absorb some I mean, what am I talking about? Morphling's not the type of person that should be taking damage. He should just be doing the damage. For the most part. Which is why you probably pick that. Okay, so he is going to go on Mjolnir. Nature's Prophet securing himself there. Mjolnir, level 3 Necronomicon. And a level 2 Necronomicon, so you're definitely going for that extra pushing power. Enigma looks like it's going to be working his way towards a BKB. SK has pretty much everything he needs as of right now. Same with Venomancer, actually. But why not get more, you know? With Morphling having 3k in the bank, how much does he need? He has enough. Maybe he is going... I have pretty much no idea. Morphling, however, 3.5k in the bank. Really surprised he hasn't bought something yet, considering all that delicious money. And once again, getting free farm. How many last hits does that man have? 436 last hits coming in from the Morphling. He has so much farm. Not enough farm, however, to make a dent in the golden XP graphs. Complexity is still well ahead on that account. In the meantime, they're going to be pushing this bottom lane, it seems, while Morphling, who is going to be joined by the SK, are going to push this top lane. Nature's Prophet pretty much being forced to teleport in order to defend, or else they would lose something. And as we hear the glorious, fantastic, and incredible incredible sounds of dead air, we see Complexity sort of unifying once again in this bottom lane. It's like they want to push, but they don't want to. Actually, they're going for a gank. That's right, they want to try and use someone as bait. Beastmaster's like, what are you guys doing? What the hell? Well, what's happening? We're just gonna sit here, we're gonna wait for them to push a bit further ahead, and looks like that's exactly what they're doing. I'm surprised they're not using the Queen of Pain in an attempt to gank, in an attempt to bait rather, but it looks like they are indeed. Are they gonna fall for it though? I have a feeling no. Because they have no reason to not all be in that lane, or at least not be all be in another lane. They probably suspect that they are attempting to do a gank. And it will thus not work. Oh, my throat is betraying me right now. Nice little wall of plagues, do a bit of damage to the creep wave, a little bit of extra defense for that tower. And M5 really need to do some pushing, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure if they can, though. Complexity just has so much farm, especially with the Nature's Prophet. His ulti going off every 50 seconds, I think it is. What's the cooldown on that bad boy? 60 seconds, rather. Every minute, that ulti goes down, and it pushes the lanes back without him even doing anything. But he can also just bounce around the map like an idiot, and make treants and push those lane backs really, really far. And the Mjolnir is going to do heaps of damage as well because of that arc. Definitely not a good situation for M5 to beat him. So much pushing power and coming in from Complexity. Shadow Strike going down, but Morphling doing a little bit of damage. It's not going to be enough. Axe is completely missing everything. Actually, they got some of the creeps on the way back. See how much damage that Manta style is doing and how much tankability I have. Morphling has so much farm, and has he finally bought something? I certainly hope so. He has not, so he has 5.4k in the bank and cannot decide what he wants to purchase next, it seems. Actually, Butterfly wouldn't be a bad choice considering the items that Queen of Pain has, working her way towards an Assault Cuirass, and has that Daedalus, which means quite a lot of right-click damage. It's going to be a hell of a lot of pain for the next person that runs into her, I'll tell you that much, and that might be the Windrunner yet again. Maybe not, going to wisely back off, wait for the creep wave to spawn, and then continue right-clicking that wave down. Power shot to finish off the creep to the tree, and getting shackled to the tree, and is she going to take too much damage? Not at all. Not enough damage there to be dealt, and what was that for? Did someone die? No. Oh, the eagle dies the very second it gets summoned. Necronomicon's being popped out. This is going to be a very painful push to deal with. Level 3 Necronomicons coming from both accounts, and oh my lord, it's going to be painful. We want that Enigma to get a nice pipe going down. We want the Enigma to get a nice black hole. It's going to happen. I have a feeling no. Morphling popping off the BKB and running in. Can't get off that sprout, of course, due to the fact that the BKB is on him. It just sort of sprouts right next to him. As well as a pipe going off. And they're a really powerful force. An incredibly powerful force. And they're making sure to keep someone away from the group just in case a nice black hole goes down. And then they can use a stun and stop it. Preferably a Beastmaster, because Beastmaster's Roar goes through a BKB, but then again, Enigma does not have a BKB, so you don't really need to worry about that as a matter of fact. We're once again going to go back to farming, not much pushing being done. Which is a little unfortunate, but oh well. And what are M5 going to, what's their next move going to be? But something's happening over there. Just a little bit of counter-warding action. Replica being trapped there by the Sprout. Power shot going down there to have a bit of vision, possibly do a little bit of damage. And M5 are going to have a real hard time. I think they died at some point. M5 are going to have a really difficult time pushing this, defending this tower rather. Waiting for the Necronomicons to come off cooldown, get some treants, pull off the pipe, pull off the Necronomicons as well as the Beastmaster's pets, and this will be painful. This will be hard to defend. Morphling coming in with the waveform, the pipe's going to absorb all the damage, a nice Ravage going down, all the Hex there on the Morphling, Scream doing a hell of a lot of damage, Shiver's Guard taking a couple hits as well, and that Mjolnir doing a lot of damage to anyone that's nearby. And lots of buybacks going down, everyone buying back as a matter of fact. Once again, Shackle does not like how it really wants to kill that Queen of Pain. That Beastmaster rather. And the Windrunner just falls like a stone. All that right click damage coming out from the Queen of Pain. Titan's awfully low. Black Hole misses everyone completely. Oh, PGG. How much of a bad day is that? And the stream's going to finish him off really, really quickly, and Tunnel's going to fall in a few moments as well. So many buybacks going out. Triple kill going down there for the Morphling as he right-clicks, attempts to right-click that Queen of Pain down. Look at all the right-click damage coming out of there from Queen of Pain. It's actually matching. A Hex going down there on the Morphling and a Hex going down there on the SK with the Queen of Pain securing that kill. Morphling still continuing to right-click people down, and Nature's Prophet is going to be the next one to fall, with Morphling picking up a Rampage. Holy hell. And they want to get that kill on the quick... Oh, I thought she just died for a second there. It looked like a dying animation, but it seems a blinking animation. I think that's how the blinking animation works. Anyway, nice engagement there. That went very well for M5, as a matter of fact. So many buybacks going down as well. How many people bought back, as a matter of fact? Tide didn't. Nature's Prophet did. Did Queen? Queen did not. I heard tons of buybacks going out. Actually, maybe Complexity... Actually, only one person bought back from Complexity, so it may look like it went well in favor of M5. It actually didn't, because most of them bought back. In fact, how many of them bought back? Windrunner bought back. I think Morphling bought back. So pretty much every one of them bought back, and they had to do that if they wanted to defend the barracks. And in the meantime, we're going to have a Morphling easy peasy solo Roshan. No problem at all, and he did indeed pick up that butterfly. Roshan's going to fall in a quick, short, and efficient manner. With Cheese drop this time? Is this the third Roshan kill? Indeed, Cheese is going to be secured. Morphling picking up the... Yeah, they're going to do a bit of a trade. Morphling, Windrunner with that Cheese. Morphling with the Aegis. Look at the right-click damage coming out of the Queen of Pain, doing absolutely loads of it. Morphling does not want to let her get away, and will she escape? She does indeed. Manasar being popped off, Pipe going off to absorb a bit of magic damage is going to be enough. Morphling is so tanky, has that BKB. Queen of Pain is a very daring individual. Power drop finishing her off, and Morphling getting oh so low, but he has that Aegis of Immortality. He does not care if he dies. Ravage going down, as well as Shiva's Guard from the SK, getting sprouted and getting trapped down. The Morphling getting a Hex off with a nice shackle to the Necronomicon creep. The Morphlings once again return. He has that medallion debuff on him, but he doesn't care at all. He's continuing to right-click everyone down. Nature's Prophet getting one right-click away. The waveform taking him down there. Ulti coming down there from the Queen of Pain, which does assist out with finally killing off that Morphling. And I think this might be the final blow. And Morphling, yeah, team down. And Complexity are just going to waltz into their front base. They're going to kill the range barracks and probably just kill these two towers outright. And a lot of them don't have buybacks ready. Yeah, the buybacks are on cooldown because of that last engagement. So I think they're just going to go straight for the kill. Not going to bother to kill the other... Or rather, kill the other towers and barracks, because most of them can't come back due to the fact that the buybacks on cooldown. It's looking like GG to me, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of... is this a group qualifier? I'm actually not sure. I should actually have a look at this, shouldn't I? Game 1 from the joinDOTA, the Defense 2 game, has been secured by Complexity. A fantastic fight coming up for us today. Expect to see more. Hopefully every single day I'll be doing a commentary for you guys. I plan to commentate every single game from the Defense 2, and don't forget to check it out. Check out Razor, check out BenQ, send them thanks for sponsoring this tournament. Go check out the-defense.com, buy a ticket on the Dota store page. Check out some of the replays, they're much better than what I'm pumping out. And don't forget, of course, to check out joinDOTA.com for plenty of glorious and fantastic Dota 2 goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Toshley, and I'll see you in the next game. Thanks for watching.